from foster care at adoptuskids.org. You can't imagine the reward. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Okay, picture this. It's Friday afternoon when a thought hits you. I can spend another weekend doing the same old whatever, or I can hop into my all-new Hyundai Santa Fe and hit the road. With available H-Track all-wheel drive and 3-row seating, my whole family can head deep into the wild. Conquer the weekend in the all-new Hyundai Santa Fe. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details. Hyundai, there's joy in every journey.
Paid actor portrayal.
Dude, guess how much I pay for $1 million term life insurance policy?
Gotta be at least $150 a month.
Nope. I got coverage through Ethos all online for less than $70 a month and no medical exam. Just answered a few health questions.
That's impressive. I'm shocked you have life insurance.
Wait, don't you? You have a wife and kids. What if something happens to you? With Ethos, you can start your coverage the same day.
Wow. I'm sold.
Get your free quote at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com. This is...
And the Boston Red Sox are the world champions.
Red Sox baseball.
And it is gone! And Boston strong!
On the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
For the first time in 86 years.
The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
Holy cow!
110 Grill, gluten-free dining done right. Arbella, here for baseball fans, here for good. Brought to you by AZEK Exteriors. Visit www.azekexteriors.com. Mike's Amazing, the official mayo and mustard of the Boston Red Sox.
And it's gone!
Citgo. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. Sponsored by DigSafe. Call 811 before you dig or visit digsafe.com. Drains by James. Eastern Massachusetts leader in drain cleaning and pipelining.
And that ball is gone into the front row of the monster seats.
Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars. We help people buy them. Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Hire Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Cars for kids. Old car giving you problems? Why not donate it? Call 1-877-CARS-4-KIDS today. Northern Bank. New England Ford. Ford Trucks. Official truck of the Boston Red Sox.
Looking up, grand slam!
Sponsored by Sherwin-Williams. The Sherwin-Williams Pro Plus program helps you manage and grow your paint business. Sponsored by Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop NissanUSA.com. Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Swinging a drive to left field. There are a couple runs. Way gone.
Subaru of New England. Love spring in the all-wheel drive 2024 Subaru Forester. Verizon, the network Boston relies on.
Long gone into the monster seats.
Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Joe Castiglione and Will Fleming.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Yet another beautiful night at Fenway Park for a ballgame. It's the Red Sox and the Yankees, the greatest rivalry in all of Major League Baseball. Sox will all have some uniform tweaks this evening. The Boston club with the normal navy blue hat, but a lighter blue B on the crest. And, of course, the umpires, the all-Italian crew, they've got a different-looking lid. Somebody failed to tell them that blue and black clash. They got blue hats on tonight to Phil Cuzzi and Alex Tosi and Tony Randazzo and Dan Bellino. Cutter Crawford is just about ready to lead the Red Sox out onto the diamond. Stuff was much sharper in his most recent start, and Cutter, who's pitched really well against the New York Yankees in an all-important spot here tonight, trying to take a series from the Bronx Bombers. The starting lineups are brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. And for the Yankees, why would they ever change anything? They got the best run differential in the game. Sox have pitched pretty effectively to them of late. They did erupt late in Game 1, but they'll start with Anthony Volpe, the shortstop, and then Juan Soto, the left fielder, who homered yesterday in the game against Cooper Criswell. Soto is just mauling baseballs this year. He's in left field, and he bats second. Aaron Judge is the center fielder on an MVP pace. Again, he bats third. And then Alex Verdugo, who was great in the opener and made the final out last night in an 0-for. He is in the cleanup spot again, and he's in right field. Giancarlo Stanton bats fifth. He's the DH. Anthony Rizzo at first base will bat sixth. Then Gleyber Torres plays second base and bats seventh. In the 8-hole, the catcher Jose Trevino, and then third baseman DJ LeMahieu bats ninth. For the Red Sox, they come in a game above 500, 36 and 35. If they win tonight, they'll be 2 games above 500 for the first time since May 22nd. It's a remarkable, really for 3 weeks they've been within 1 game either way of 500 as they are tonight. Jarren Duran leads it off. He's in left field, and David Hamilton with Stroman on the mound. He bats second, so a ton of speed at the top of Alex Cora's lineup card. Cutter and Connor lead the Red Sox out onto the diamond. Rob Refsnyder having a really breakout, great season. He's in right field batting third. Raffy is the cleanup hitter. He is at third base as always. Connor Wong catches. He bats fifth. And then Yoshida, who really swung the bat well in the game yesterday. He's back in there behind Wong batting sixth. Enmanuel Valdez, he is the second baseman. He's just been on a pinch-hitting tear. Huge insurance run generated off his bat. Last night he bats seventh. He's the second baseman. Dom Smith is at first base batting eighth. And then the center fielder, Cedon Rafaela. He too looked very good in the late innings of yesterday's game. He's in center field. A lot of speed, top and bottom for the Red Sox. Cedon bats ninth. Powering Possibilities is brought to you by Comcast North Central. With an advanced network, cybersecurity solutions, and trusted partnership, Comcast Business powers more businesses than anyone. How about Enmanuel Valdez? He's 5 for his last 8. 4 doubles, 5 driven in, and 2 walks to go with it. So he's really given the Red Sox a lift. He is into his warm-up routine with Dom Smith, David Hamilton, and Rafi on the infield. Really positive news for the Red Sox on the injury report, which is brought to you by Eastern MedTech. Chris Martin is going to rehab for the Woo Sox on Tuesday, and rather he pitched today a scoreless inning, and he's going to be activated basically on Tuesday in Toronto for Boston. So he feels great. He was dominant in his inning of relief, and the Red Sox expect to have a big piece of their bullpen back. Wilyer Abreu will start rehabbing Tuesday and Wednesday and likely to join the Red Sox in Cincinnati. Speed Report brought to you by Verizon. Save big when you switch to the network Boston relies on. Head to your local Verizon store and check out the latest deals. The Red Sox have speed everywhere in their batting order tonight, starting at the top with Jarren Duran. He's got 15 steals, 14 for Hamilton, and 8 for Rafaela. Here we go, Anthony Volpe and Cutter Crawford. Sox and the Yankees, and the converted Yankee fan, now the Hall of Famer, voice of the Red Sox. Here's Joe Castiglione.
Thank you, Will. First pitch is inside ball one to Volpe. He was 1 for 10 in the series, hitting at .267, 6 homers, 26 RBIs. 68 degrees at game time, and going down the pitch is a breaking ball for a strike over the outer half. Says Dan Bellino, the home plate umpire, with Phil Cuzzy at first, Tony Randazzo at second, and Alex Tosi at third. Volpe has 80 hits, 4th most in the league, scored 50 runs. The pitch fouled to the backstop, but he's been quiet in this series. He was a big factor in yesterday's game when Jansen got him with the bases loaded on a pop fly to shallow right. Fenway Park filling up. It should be a capacity crowd here tonight. The rubber game of this series. Crawford works from the set and the pitch, and it's lined foul into the first base stands and out of the luxury box. So it remains a ball and 2 strikes. Alex had a big difference in Cutter last time. A couple of mechanical adjustments helped him throw more strikes. He was about 80% strike ratio. Here's the pitch, and he swings it, fouls another one to the right into the stands and out of play. Volpe, from the New York metropolitan area, southern New Jersey, really progressed through their system quickly. Offered with another 1-2 pitch, and he swings it, pops another foul out of play. Fouled off 5 pitches, remains a 1-2 count. Soto to follow, and then Judge. This is the only game still going in the major leagues today. Rushing news for the Dodgers, the 1-2. Swing and a miss, he blew him away with a high fastball, a 4-seamer up and away. And down goes Volpe. And it brings up Juan Soto hitting at .319. He's homered 18 times, including one yesterday. And he's knocked in 55 runs. He leads the league in on-base percentage at .435. Second in walks at 54. Second in slugging. OPS. And he and Judge are quite a 1-2 punch. Soto is 2 for 7 in this series with 3 walks. The pitch is a strike over the outer half. Today's Yankees-Red Sox rivalry sponsored by Rings End. Looking for inspiration and expertise for your paint project? Visit ringsend.com to find your nearest Johnson Paint store. We're New England's largest Benjamin Moore dealer. Taking high for the ball, Johnson Paint, a Rings End brand. This game is also sponsored by Riverwalk, spacious senior apartments on River Spring Living's 32-acre New York City campus overlooking the Hudson River. Here's the 1-1, and it's a breaking ball in for a strike. Crawford gave up a first pitch home run in his last start to Kyle Schwarber of the Phillies, who later took it deep. The other 2 runs were unearned, but he threw the ball a lot better. Comes in at 2-6, having lost 4 straight. The 1-2 pitch coming to Soto. And he swings it. It's a high fly to right center field. Fairly shallow. On comes Refsnyder. He's there and makes the catch for the out. As I mentioned with Father's Day, your son Duke is here, as he's been for the last several Father's Days since he returned to Boston. After 20 years in New York City television, where he did cover the Yankees.
Did the postgame show on Channel 9.
And some CBS games, too. You got to interview Roger Clemens
right.
after his 300th win. Lose for Aaron Judge. Here's the pitch, and it's low. He's hit 2 paint scrapers in this series, but it's been relatively quiet. He's 2 for 8. One-0 pitch. Swing. There's a drive, high and deep to left field, very high. Back to the wall, and this ball is gone. Baseball reference, but you learned something about heights and weights and programs over the years.
How many people?
For league leaders who circling the drain, presented by Drains by James, Eastern Mass's leader, residential and commercial drain cleaning and pipelining at Drains by James. They give a poop about your pipes. The Yankees need a win to stay 2.5 in front of the Orioles, because Baltimore won this afternoon. Scoreboard has it up there wrong. They did beat the Phillies. Low and away ball 1 to Stanton. It was 8-3. And in that game, Zach Wheeler was so brilliant here, allowed a career high 8 runs and 4 home runs, also a career high, including a leadoff homer to Gunnar Henderson. Breaking ball for a strike. Gunnar Henderson of the Orioles has 8 leadoff home runs already this season. Stanton has been swinging a better bat of late, 7 of 17, hitting .238 with 17 homers. He's driven in 40, and he waves and misses.
Well, it was all their young guys who did it too. You know, Rutschman and Kauser and Westberg. Gunnar Henderson's going to win an MVP. I mean, he just is. He's that good of a player. He plays in the Judge era, which is a complicator for him.
1-2 pitch. Fastball missing up and away. The home plate umpire is Dan Bellino, who is from Chicagoland.
But simplified by the fact that Ohtani is now in L.A. He hit an enormous 455-foot home run today in a day that Mookie Betts got hurt.
Breaking ball low and away. Earlier they put Yamamoto on the IL with a tricep issue, and now Mookie Betts, hit by a pitch by a Kansas City reliever at 98 miles an hour, suffers a broken left hand. All they said was he'd be out for quite a while. Strike 3 called. He got a sinking fastball at the knees over the outside edge at 93, and Stanton goes down with a bat on his shoulder. That's the second strikeout. And of course, strikeouts brought to you by Northern Bank and by Weichert Real Estate. When you hire a Weichert agent, you can be sure you've got a partner who will guide you every step of the way. Anthony Rizzo fouls it out of play. Mookie was hit with a pitch from Dan Altavilla just above the wrist, and he suffered a broken bone. There will be no surgery needed, Dave Roberts announced, but he said he'll be out for some time. That's all they know at this point, the pitch. And that's a little bit low and away. So, I mean, Mookie was sitting 304. And, you know, he's playing shortstop and the outfield, mostly shortstop of late, so it's a really tough break. Here's the 1-1, foul to the backstop.
He was in obvious pain when it happened right away. He knew it was serious. He never gets hurt.
Very, very durable among all his other assets, but not much you can do. That's why from your fingertips to your elbows, certainly that area is essential to be a Major League Baseball player. The pitch of Rizzo's fouled again out of play. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. Now the Dodgers have played so well, and they have an 8-game lead in the NL West. They should be able to survive that for a while. 1-2 pitch again, and Rizzo choking up, grounds it to the charging Devers, who has it, throws on the move. And the sidearm throw gets slow-footed Rizzo. 2 men are out. Gleyber Torres at .226 with 6 homers. He's driven in 25 runs. A very, very tough break for baseball, really, because we'd love to see Mookie out there on the field.
Apparently Yamamoto now diagnosed with a strained rotator cuff, and that's going to take a long time.
His velocity was way down in his start before last night.
Torres takes it outside, ball 1. Now, that's a very tough break.
I think they can withstand it. So deep.
Certainly better now than in September, they would tell you. There's a strike over the inside edge. Check the Subaru of New England scoreboard as you move along. Make this a Subaru summer. A symmetrical all-wheel drive. Find your authorized Subaru dealer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. And the pitch is a check swing inside. Varsho hit a grand slam for Toronto, and they nip Cleveland 7-6. Red Sox go to Toronto tonight to start a 3-game series tomorrow.
I did pack my passport this time.
That's good. Yeah, you had to send down an SOS and get a courier service from Providence last year.
Idiot.
I've forgotten a lot of things, Will. When I've gone out of the country, I've never forgotten that.
Low and away, you just lose your wallet.
Well, listen, the all-time best story is my whole life he's gotten on me for it. And then one day, we go to the same gym. One day, he lost his wallet, and the manager of Shaw's came over looking for him because he lost his wallet.
Love it.
Call strike.
Pays to have friends. Look, I mean, the apple didn't fall far from the tree.
And it pays to shop at Shaw's.
It does.
There it goes.
Talking to Aaron Boone before they gave you some ball. See you in New York. Bring some strawberries, some Shaw's, will you? 3-2 pitch. Swinging a line drive slash foul into a luxury box to the right side.
It is a little weird walking down the frozen foods aisle the other night at Shaw's and hear your dad's voice all of a sudden.
On the
What'd I do wrong?
Sound system.
And you bought exactly what I was pitching, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Chicken thighs, $197 a pound, along with the wings this week. There's a swing and a miss at a high fastball, so Crawford blows him away. He strikes out Torres. Third strikeout. They go 1-2-3. As he retires the side, brought to you by AZIC Exteriors, featuring new AZIC.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Home run by who else? Aaron Judge. Connor Wong leading off with an 8-game hit streak at .330 with 5 homers against Marcus Stroman. And the Yankee right-hander delivers a sinking fastball in there for strike one at 90. Other final, Seattle blanked Texas 5-0, and those Mariners now lead Texas by 8.5 games. That one misses 1-1.
I think they've won 9 straight home series.
They got great pitching. No question about that. 1-1 pitch, and the Red Sox catcher waves at a slider away, doesn't get it. The ball and 2 strikes.
His stroke looks so much shorter this year. Walks. Looks like he changed.
He did.
His approach.
Started in November. He went to Fort Myers and was very intentional about it. Too much stuff in the game to have a lot of hand action.
The 1-2 pitch, and this one's a little further outside. Another slider that missed. We said Baltimore beat the Phillies 8-3. They have it wrong on the left field scoreboard here. Houston beat Detroit 4-1. Low and away. And Arizona slugged the White Sox 12-5. Minnesota, the first game, beat Oakland 6-2. They're playing in a little while for the makeup game. Wong with a full count. Leading off of the Herb Chambers of Infinity of Westboro batting order. The pitch. Swing, there's a shot toward the middle, but grabbed by Volpe. Gets a room service hop, and he throws to first for the out. He was moving to his left, and the ball came up nicely for him right into his glove. Leadoff man retired for Yoshida. Also hitting a .255, 2 homers, and he's knocked in 11.
What did you invent the room service hop? I like it.
I'm sure I copied it from somebody. I can't remember whom, but sounds like a Joe Garagiola-ism.
I guess the idea is it's brought right to you. Is
Right.
that kind of the thought?
Served on a platter. Ball 1 to Yoshida, and he takes a strike over the outside corner. Stroman wears 0 on his bat. He was the first Yankee to wear 0 was Adam Ottavino, who wore it with the Red Sox. Foul to the left out of play. Jordy Mercer goes up briefly, and Domingo Herman also wore it. Ottavino first put it on 2019. Former Northeastern star, spent some time with the Red Sox. 1-2 pitch, swinging a foul, left side out of play.
Well, every other number they have is retired.
That's the only single-digit one left.
Technically, it's not a number, right? Well, you went to Stanford.
I think it's a number.
Is it a number?
Sure.
0.
Yeah.
Or is it 0? There's the 1-2, and that's a little bit low. Bellino almost went up with the right hand. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here it comes. Oh, where was that? Right down the middle, actually. Call strike 3, a delayed call, but he's out. 2 men down. Here comes Manuel Valdez. I was talking to Dan Bellino the other day. I said, are you related to Joe Bellino? He said, so many people ask me that. He said a couple of years ago they came to Boston. Of course, Joe Bellino, the great Heisman Trophy winner from Navy from Winchester. And Dan arranged for Joe Bellino to throw out the first pitch, low ball 1. So he came here and met with the umpires, and Dan said to him, hey, Joe, does anyone ever ask you if you're related to me, Dan Bellino? Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it's inside and high. And he said, yeah, as a matter of fact, a few people have here at the ballpark. Well, I used to love watching Joe Bellino run. Had the huge calves, built low to the ground, tremendous runner in the open field for the Navy. 2-0 is outside, ball 3. And I'm told this long before my time, but when he was a star at Winchester High School, his arch rival at the neighboring school and arch rival Woburn was a guy named Joe Castiglione.
His number is retired in the gym there, number 34.
Really?
Yeah.
Swing taken for a strike 3.
That is a true story.
Yeah, Joe went on to sign with the Red Sox, I know, because I was about 10 years old and I got the clipping out of the newspaper. I played a couple of years in the system. That's outside, ball 4.
But there was a big leaguer by the name of Pete Castiglione.
I played for the Pirates and the Cardinals from Greenwich, Connecticut, which is now the hometown of Aaron Boone. So Valdez, who went up there 5 of his last 8, draws a 2-out walk, and it brings up Dominic Smith. who's at 216. Left-hand batting first baseman with 2 homers, takes it low.
When I was covering the Mets, this Dom was supposed to be the next big thing. He was a super prospect in the system. Came up, struggled, went back down, came up again, struggled some more.
Most recently with Washington till this year. There's a pop fly in the shallow right center field. Long run for Verdugo and Judge, and nobody gets it. It drops. Valdez on his way to third. Now, both were playing very deep, and neither could reach it. Now they're discussing it out there. There might have been a little hesitation.
There certainly was.
You don't want to crash into Judge, that's for sure.
No.
So a blue pit puts runners at first and third with 2 men down for Raffaello, who's been hot 8 of his last 15, hitting at 230 with 7 homers. Mentioning Greenwich, Connecticut, Aaron Boone's son is graduating Tuesday, his oldest son Brandon, from Greenwich High School, where he quarterbacked his team to the state championship, big school category, in Connecticut last year as a junior. Going to North Carolina. Probably won't play football, although the pitch is in there for a strike. He wants to work in football, maybe work with the staff. But I'm sure he's a very bright young man. It's a 3-generation baseball family and now a football player in the Boone household. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a line drive slash foul into the Aura Pavilion right side. So it's 0-2.
Greenwich had a pretty good quarterback back in the day. Left-handed, went to BYU.
And won some Super Bowls.
Steve Young.
He's up there among the greatest athletes Connecticut ever produced, along with Bobby Valentine, Maurice Vaughn.
Scott Burrell.
Scott Burrell's in that category for football in high school anyway, and of course basketball in the NBA and baseball.
First round pick by the Blue Jays.
The 0-2, swinging a drive deep down the right field line, foul, but well fouled by about 30 feet. Well, he's got some good swings, 0-2 the count.
He actually signed with the Blue Jays, got a big bonus, and then those great Bulls teams in the 90s wanted him to play after his days at UConn.
I believe he's coaching in Connecticut now. 0-2 pitch coming. A little outside, tried to spot the fastball, but he didn't bite. Had a lot of cut to it there. So it's a ball and 2 strikes with 2 out and 2 on. 1-0 Yankees in the second. Stroman has been nibbling, they tell us, and the walk totals reflect that. He walked Valdez. A runner goes from first. It's taken low, no throw. Stolen base for Dom Smith. Trevino grabbed it, took a look at third, but Valdez wasn't going anywhere. So the Red Sox have runners at first and third. A hit could put him ahead. Dom Smith with a steal after the blue pit. Here's the pitch, and Raffaello takes low. He bounced it. Slider away. Trevino had the short hopper with a backhand. Raffaello is in behind in the count, works the count full. 41 pitches already for Stroman. All started with a 2-out walk. Here's the payoff pitch. Runners lead at second and third, and it's foul straight back at a high fastball. He's had some really good swings.
Looks like the game's starting to slow down from him from an offensive standpoint. Defense, no problem. We saw Tristan Casas go through that last year, first half of the season.
Well, he's making better contact. 8 of his last 15. The payoff. Swing ground ball up the middle, and it sneaks through into center field, a base hit. Here comes Valdez, right behind him. Smith, the throw goes into second, and the Red Sox lead it 2-1. Raffaello with a great at bat. He had some loud fouls, worked the count full, and then singles up the middle. A ground ball just to the left of second base, and the Red Sox are ahead 2-1.
More of the same. That's absolutely tremendous from Raffaello. I mean, he works the count. He spoils pitches. He got a little slider cutter out over the outer half and just right back through the middle. He's less pull happy too now. That's a big part of his evolution.
Given 39 RBIs, the most among American League rookies. He's also scored 33, the most among American League rookies. Throw to first. He's back standing as Durant comes up. Jaron blooped the hit. The deep short his first time up.
I think they'll be aggressive on the base paths.
He bluffs, good bluff, but the pitch is foul, third base side out of play. So 39 RBIs for Rafaela, and he is now 9 of his last 16. It all started with a 2-out walk from Stroman, who got the first 2 batters easily. Valdez worked him for it. Then the blue pit by Smith, and the steal was big. That led to a run. Dominic's first steal of the year in 2 attempts. Throw to first, runner back standing.
So that's the second throw over. Now you think Cedon is going to go. How about this? 2 outs, runners in scoring position. Before that hit from Cedon, opponents had been only 1 for 29 against Stroman.
He had a lot of traffic, but he'd been good keeping them stationed. The pitch is up and away. That was almost like a pitch out.
Yeah, definitely.
The catcher didn't move right away. I guess it wasn't a true pitch out, but you don't see them anymore. Very, very seldom. The 1-1 pitch coming. Runner goes. And a check swing high. Here's the throw to second. Not in time. Gets away. Goes into center field. Rafaela on his way to third. It was not a good throw, which is fortunate because he didn't have the greatest jump. He started and had a slight stumble and took off. So that'll be a stolen base and an E2.
See, that to me, Joe, is the Yankees just doing too much. I mean, throwing over twice and then that sort of half pitch out. You're begging Rafaela to go. He does. And you're messing with Jaron Duran in a hitter's count.
Terrible throw. Stolen base and an E2. The pitch to Duran is swung on and fouled to the backstop. So Rafaela, with his 9th steal, he's been caught 5 times. Not a great percentage, but he's successful here. 2-2 to Jaron. Rafaela leading down the line at third. Dancing. Stroman delivers. Swing and a miss. He waved at a low breaking ball for strike 3 to retire the side. The Red Sox take the lead with some 2-out lightning. 2-1 Boston after 2 in the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Network.
Lou Maloney here for my friends at Shaws and Star Market. Now, when I'm on the road with the team, the one way I help at home is by ordering groceries for our family online with the Shaws and Star Market deals and delivery app. They have them.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Thanks so much, Joe. Hope you Duke and your whole family had a good Father's Day. Lots of dads in the ballpark tonight. Red Sox light blue all over the place. Wristbands, elbow guards, light blue. Boston B on the hat tonight. Here's Jose Trevino, who homered in the ninth inning of the opener of this series and actually been swinging a good bat of late. Crawford throws, and Trevino takes strike one. Fastball on the inside corner. Not throwing quite as hard tonight. 91 with that one. He's been effective, other than a titanic, majestic home run by Aaron Judge. 0-1. Here it is. That's another strike. Fastball at 92, and it's 0-2. There are not many people walking the earth who could hit a ball at a 45-degree launch angle at 114 miles an hour.
But at 177 feet high.
Unreal. 0-2, swing and a miss. He got him. Great sweeper. And Cutter is on a roll. That is his fourth strikeout after the home run. 5 straight retired. One down. Here comes DJ LeMahieu.
Did you get anything exciting for Father's Day?
Well, I had a fun day with the kids. We went down to Warren. He did an awesome Blount's Clam Shack, had a lobster roll and some fried shrimp. Here's DJ LeMahieu, takes a strike on the inside corner. I got like 30 extra minutes of sleep this morning, which is the best gift anybody can give you, especially the way we're going. We got into the house at about midnight last night. 0-1 is fouled towards us, but beneath us, and it's quickly 0-2.
I liked your car. Bailey drew you a Father's Day card.
He did. Yeah, he learned how to read and write this year in kindergarten, and he's developing a little sense of humor.
Yes.
And he included his own form of a joke in the last line. I loved it. I laughed out loud. Here's the 0-2 pitch. High with a fastball. It'll be a framer. It's the kind of card that I'll read at his rehearsal dinner, too.
Yes.
That was some super incriminating pictures we got of him this weekend, running through the sprinklers with a dish towel looking like Tarzan.
The toga.
These things you store away. 1-2 the pitch. Swinging a high drive down the right field line. This is trouble. It's back toward the pole. Ref Snyder leaps, and it is foul and out of play. Wow. I thought that had a chance and looked likely to be inside the pole and gone.
That faded foul at the last minute.
Very close. All the signatures down there. The fans don't seem to be in an uproar. It did go foul. They're looking to the Yankee dugout to see if they want to ask for anything here. This would be a crew chief review. It's absolutely, definitely foul. So Booney wants to say, well, isn't this on the umpires to kind of talk it over? It's foul.
Well, I got unique, actually 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And got me these full length bibs.
Mm-hmm. Because you're entering the time.
This would be a crew chief review of a potential home run. The previous play is under review.
I'm going to review it anyway. It's more all the tomato sauce to splash a little bit here and there.
I know that move.
Coffee, tomato sauce.
After a long time given to Boone, they're going to allow the crew chief to review this thing. To me, this was blatantly obvious. It was foul. The ball disappears behind the pole.
And no question about it. It's always been confusing here because the line on the
here we go.
Wall does not line up.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. It is a foul ball.
Yeah, that's exactly right. The wall juts out right where the pole is, and at the last possible minute, if you think of the part of the wall that is essentially parallel with the foul line, there is a yellow painted line straight up and down that is before the pesky pole, and so like that ball went outside the actual pole but past the yellow line. Misleading, but definitely foul. 1-2 with 1 down in the third. Sox leading 2-1. Pitch to LeMahieu. Outside with a sweeper. Yeah, no bibs for me. What else? You got a Ford Frick bat?
Yes, I got a Ford Frick bat, a nice display case with a ball, a sign and a pin commemorating what's coming up next month in Cooperstown. Very nice.
They commemorated for you that Jim Leland's going in. 2-2 is ripped foul down the right field line.
But I'm not going to wear the bib there.
No.
Do we still keep the spill chart in the booth?
We should. I think he's gotten a little better about that. There's less white out on the counter these days.
Well, when I was a kid, there used to be a spill chart there. Every time he spilled it.
Ken
Coleman was always ahead of me, though.
2-2 is a little bit outside. That fastball. Full count to LeMahieu. He is making Crawford work here. That's why your dad only drinks white wine on the plane. Wise.
Learned my lesson along. There are things you can't control. I mean, there's.
3-2 is low and away. Ball 4. That's a great plate appearance by LeMahieu. Cutter had him 1-2, but LeMahieu battles back. And it's a one-out walk, and that is asking for trouble because here comes the top of the order, starting with Volpe. Whether you're off to the ballpark, dog park, or amusement park, Citgo top-tier Tri-Clean gasoline gets you where you're going. Sort of a modified, shifted double play depth as Volpe pops one foul on the first base side. That's going to get over the Red Sox dugout. And actually, I'm going to stop calling it double play depth when it's not. It's really more like kind of double play alignment, where they maybe are slightly pinched closer to the second base bag, but in no way are they at what for 100 years has been thought of as double play depth.
And not when your heels are at the edge of the grass.
0-1 to Volpe. And a 21-game hitting streak. Ended at the end of May. He's really coming into his own. The 0-1 pitch. Swinging a line hopper. Could be 2. Hamilton to second for 1. Valdez relay to first. Double play. Beautifully done. Who needs double play depth when it's a missile right at you? Taylor made 6-4-3. To the bottom of the third we go. 2-1 Red Sox in the Shaw's and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Nothing brings the fans to their feet as when the cleanup hitter comes to the plate.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
And from the road, celebrate America this summer with Herb Chambers.
Jones and Mego, weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
David Hamilton to lead it off for the Red Sox. In the bottom of the third, they lead 2-1. The young guys are doing it again. Cedar Rafaela drove in Manuel Valdez and Dom Smith. Hamilton hit a rocket to right field. A great running catch by Verdugo. Back in the first. He is so hot, is Hamilton. Batting from the left side. Stroman into the wind he throws, and David takes a ball. Slider up and away. Really sad news in the world of baseball is just coming into focus. Former Red Sox draft pick and longtime baseball man was killed in a car accident yesterday. That is a splitter to Hamilton for a strike. It's 1-1. Mike Brumley, who was the Red Sox second-round pick in 1984. Roger Clemens' teammate at Texas, who played in some games in 91 and 92. Killed in a car accident yesterday. The 1-1 cutter to Hamilton misses outside, and it's 2-1. He went to the Cubs for Bill Buckner. Here's the 2-1 to Hamilton, and that is inside, and it's 3 balls and a strike.
Yeah, he got to the big leagues in his second stint with the Red Sox. Son of a major leaguer.
3-1 to Hammy. Pitch. is low. Ball 4. David Hamilton and his speed lead off the third with a walk, and we take 10 seconds for station ID on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Will Fleming, Joe Castiglione, Duke Castiglione on Father's Day at Fenway. Sox a leadoff walk, and Rob Refsnyder next takes. Sinking fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1. I mean, Hamilton has been fantastic stealing bases. He's got 14. He thought that maybe Stroman just balked. Not called one, just a disengagement. See how Hamilton feels over at first. Leaning a little bit and going. The 0-1 pitch is way outside. No chance, no throw for Trevino. What a year David Hamilton is having. His 15th steal, and right away he's in scoring position with nobody out.
The running Red Sox. 3 steals already.
And they now basically in second place in the American League, behind only the Royals with 63 steals. 1-1 pitch. Refsnyder takes a ball. Cut fastball, and it's 2-1. Well, this is a spot where Rob is certainly thinking about getting Hamilton to third, but with Devers on deck, he figures to see really good pitches to hit here in a hitter's count. 2-1. Swing and a miss. That was a really good one from Stroman. Sinker that just dove in under his hands. And it's 2-2. Hamilton, pretty big lead at second. Pitch is inside, same pitch, same location. This time, Refsnyder laid off, and it's a full count. Elevate your grilling game with Hatfield marinated pork tenderloins and taste victory with every bite. Juan Soto is out in left field, mic'd up, talking to the ESPN crew. See if Refsnyder can bang one over his head. 3-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a drive towards Soto. It sinks in for a hit. Hamilton had to wait to make sure it would fall. It did. And here come the Red Sox. Refsnyder got a fastball and turned it right around. And they got him at first and third with nobody out for Raffy. Such encouraging offense this week. Particularly yesterday against the Yankees.
And what they did with Aaron Nola, I mean, they hammered 2 really good pitchers. Nola, an 8-game winner, and Rodon, a 9-game winner. They're starting off pretty well against this 6-game winner, Stroman.
So here is Raffy. Fly to shallow left his first time. 2 for 10 in his career against Stroman. Pitch. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. It's going to be a double play. It'll score the run. Hamilton comes home. That was hit right into the defense. Not what the Red Sox were looking for, but the run scores, and it's 3-1 Boston. In that kind of a situation, first and third, nobody out, big hitters coming up, you are dreaming of a crooked number. But Volpe was perfectly placed right behind the bag. Easy 6-3 double play. So now here is Connor Wong. He takes a sinker outside for ball 1. Every 4-bagger the Red Sox hit. Red Sox Radio Network donates $40 to Cars for Kids. We're making our donation. You should too. 1-0. Here it is. Wong drives one high into left field. Soto on the run in front of the warning track is there to make the play. And the inning is over. The Red Sox do get another run. To the 4th we go. 3-1 Sox on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
Is that your new Nissan Rogue?
Yeah, crazy story. So I'm at the Nissan Thrill of Summer sales event when Dave, the sales guy, asks, "Want a test drive?"
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Here's Soto. Having just a marvelous year. Flight out to right his first time. Cutter delivers. Soto takes a little low the curveball. And it's 1-0. It has been so fun these last few days to feel Fenway alive again. More than it has been all year long. It does feel a lot like some Red Sox Yankee days of past. The 1-0 is a strike on the inside corner. The crowd at Fenway this year, really for a couple years, has changed. There's not as much anger, really, animus in the ballpark. But there has been this weekend. 1-1. Pitch to Soto. Ripped on the ground to second, but right at Valdez. Keeps his feet moving, throws to first. And there's one away. Joe, he told us that's been the key for him. Just be fluid. Don't get locked up on the lower half, and he did so there. Nice job.
Yeah, Alex was telling us about that too, that he went to the Dominican camp in the off season, and he got some special instruction from former Red Sox coach Carlos Fablis, now with Toronto, that really helped him.
We'll see him tomorrow. 3-1. Here's Judge, who homered his first time, and Cutter went back upstairs with a fastball, 92 miles an hour. Judge swings through it, and it's 0-1. 3-1 Boston. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Great sweeper. And it's 0-2. Judge is just doing absurd things once again. He's basically hitting 400 for 5 weeks. 0-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. 94 mile an hour fastball right there. That's the vintage swing and miss from Cutter on the fastball. Judge doesn't often feel that. Cutter's 5th strikeout. And they're 2 down for Verdugo.
It was impressive going right after him after giving up that titanic home run back in the first inning of the Judge.
So here's, if not public enemy number 1, maybe public enemy number 24, Alex Verdugo. Fastball, rather curved from Cutter. Misses out of the zone. He wants a new baseball. He'll get one.
Yankees struck out 11 times in the first game of this series, 9 times yesterday, and that's 5 already.
1-0 to Doogie. Fly to center his first time. Pitch. Curveball, rip foul. He will guess, Verdugo. The bat-to-ball skills are outstanding. Such a naturally gifted player. When he's locked in, he is so very good. Led off this series with a home run in the first inning of Game 1, the 1-1. Strike on the outside corner, sweeper. And it is 1-2.
ESPN just showing his act as he rounded the bases after that home run.
He's a little much. Red Sox said all the right things about that, but it raised some eyebrows. 1-2. Pitch outside.
From a Yankee standpoint, it's a great move, though. You get in the last year of his contract, You put him in a lineup, surrounded by talent, and you hope it motivates him.
Well, they've needed left-handed hitting for a long time. 2-2. Pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Cutter Crawford mows the Yankees down in the fourth. Soto, Judge, and Verdugo gone. 6 strikeouts for Cutter. 3-1 Red Sox. The bottom of the fourth is next. Yoshida, Valdez, and Smith on the Shaws and Star Market.
In the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
To the bottom of the fourth we go. Masataka Yoshida to lead it off against Marcus Stroman. Sox having fun. They lead 3-1, trying to win this series from the Yankees after taking 2 of 3 from the Philadelphia Phillies. The people at ESPN have been paying attention. They've got Tristan Casas now on a stick mic down in the dugout. They will have a good time with him. He took off his fingernail polish, I think. Nope, he didn't.
Got the red.
Still cherry red as Massa takes a cutter for strike one. He's really good at this. Tristan is. He's just so insightful and funny.
He's doing a monologue.
Here's the 0-1. Fouled off. We'll see if we can pull some of that audio. It's so good when he begins to speak. He's taking swings. He's not making contact with the baseball yet, but encouraging. Will Abreu is going to start rehabbing Tuesday and Wednesday. He'll be with the Sox in Cleveland. Chris Martin's going to be activated Tuesday. Here's an 0-2 pop-up. Left side of the infield, DJ LeMahieu camps out underneath it. He's there to make the play. And there's one away. Red Sox baseball brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Celebrate the Great American Sales Event and join the Bronco family. We know this about him. You ask Tristan one question, you're good for like 2 minutes.
He hasn't taken a breath.
We saw him in the outfield barefoot today.
Earthing. Does that all the time. Here's Manuel Valdez. He takes sinker low. Ball one. Cutter Crawford does it too. Before every start.
Night before last, he was sitting behind the screen during batting practice at first base, sitting on the ground behind the screen at first base.
He's a different guy. 1-0 pitch, misses outside, and it works for him. I love that the Red Sox embrace his individuality.
He's very, very entertaining and very bright.
Also happens to carry a big bat. 2-0. Here's a strike with a cutter, and it's 2-1. Valdez keyed the rally in the second inning with a walk, but I think he's looking to lift off right here. 2-1. The pitch is taken low. Splitter, and it's 3-1.
This next pitch will be number 70. The scouting report proving very accurate that Stroman was really a nibbler.
3-1 to Manu. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball up the middle, through into right center field. A base hit for Manuel. He has just been incredible. Since coming back from AAA, he focused on going the other way. Really a super valuable hitter right now. Red Sox are going to have some decisions to make when Romy Gonzalez is activated. That's happening soon. He had 4 hits today. He was 6 for 12 over the weekend. And there'll be some tough choices for Boston. Here is Dom Smith. Swing and a miss at a splitter. Dom singled into center and stole a base his first time. Jamie Westbrook, Bobby Dahlbeck came up from AAA. You'd figured they'd be part of the conversation. 0-1 throw over to first, and Manuel dives back in. But first, Romy, then Wilyer, and Chris Martin will be with the club soon. Healthier and healthier by the day. 0-1. The pitch is outside. Fastball, and it's a ball and a strike. On the Subaru of New England scoreboard, everything in the books. Cardinals beat the Cubs 2-1. Mets swept a 4-game series with the Padres. 11-6 the score there. The Mets are getting hot. 1-1 is fouled off on the third base side. Blue Jays, who we'll see tomorrow, beat the Guardians 7-6. Zach Geloff, and actually they're in Minnesota playing another evening ball game there. And it's 3-2 A's in the second inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Dom Smith. The pitch. Swinging a high fly into right field for Dugo. Circling underneath it in front of the Granite City sign. And Alex, as the sky gets a little bit more difficult, is there to make the play. And they're 2 down. That is the back end of a doubleheader. The Twins and Bailey Ober won the first one 6-2. Oakland has really hit the skids. They're 26-47. They were within a couple games of 500 not that long ago. But a return to the mean. Here's Cedon Rafaela, who to this point had the big swing in the game. 2-run hit. Here he is now with Valdez at first, and he takes fastball for strike 1. Introducing the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester with even more style, safety, and adventure. Almost looks like Tristan is currently interviewing Dom Smith. The 0-1 pitch is fouled off the end of the bat. He is. It is a loose group, this Red Sox club. And they're now used to all these cameras because Netflix has been here all season long.
There's a brief interview with Dom.
Dom, tell me about that pop-up you just hit. Here's an 0-2 pitch to Cedon, and he drives it down the right field line, slicing foul. And out of play.
It's great when you go down to spring training. Get Tristan, ask him one question. Get enough to use for a couple days.
He knows everything about the history of the game. He wants to tell you about all his approach and his training programs. 0-2, swinging a foul off the end of the bat.
Which is great because guys today are so afraid to say hey.
Mm-hmm. He is not.
No, he's not, which is refreshing in a way.
Well, I think the game needs more of it, too.
Sure.
They don't sell the players the way other sports do. Tristan, not afraid. The camera has not left him the entire inning.
And he's a genuine personality.
That is true. 0-2 to Cedon as Valdez started, then stopped. Trevino thought about throwing behind him. He did not. And it's 1-2.
He's probably the most unique personality since Joe Kelly.
I think that's fair to say. 1-2. Throw to first. Valdez back in there.
Heard Kelly loves mariachi band music, and they had a group playing at Dodger Stadium. He traded his uniform jersey for a mariachi jacket.
And then he wore it to the White House.
Yes, he did, along with Mookie Betts' pants.
1-2 pitches fouled back to the screen.
And they came up to about his calf muscle.
Both of them are freakish athletes in other sports, Joe and Mookie. Mookie will not be bowling for a while. Fractured his hand today. 3-1 Red Sox, bottom 4. Valdez is over at first. 1-2 to Cedon. Pitch. That's outside. Easy take and a stop there by Trevino. Valdez didn't see it in the dirt, didn't take off. And it's 2-2.
To see Mookie do a Rubik's Cube. Have you ever seen it?
I have.
Gets it done in like 90 seconds.
He's a special guy in so many ways.
It's very sad for baseball. He's going to be out a long time now with that broken hand.
2-2. Valdez runs. The pitch is ripped on the ground into the open hole. That's a base hit. Valdez is going to head for third. It's not a hit and run in a 2-2 count, but it worked just like one. What bat control by Cedon. He's 2 for 2. And the Red Sox have him at the corners for JUN Duran.
Raphael is 10 of his last 17.
Again, that's a spot as Matt Blake comes out. The Yankees have this marvelous record. They've pitched so well. I think that's the second time they've essentially forced a Red Sox base runner to go by throwing over twice. Now Brian Bayo is stealing the microphone from Tristan Casas on the ESPN telecast. I think the country's starting to see a little bit of the personality of this club, and I love it.
Bayo has his jersey on backwards.
Do you think he knows that?
Well, he had to button it up. I don't think somebody else had to button it up.
He's got it on backwards.
And it's not even his jersey. It's something else. Who knows? It's almost like a Kenley Jansen jersey. 74.
He's got it on backwards. Red Sox are on the back.
Yeah. Tristan is apparently entertaining everybody. On the field, the Red Sox have him at first and third. 2 out for JUN Duran, who has an infield hit and a strikeout. Chance to kind of break the game open a little bit here. Cedon, who's already stolen a base, leading at first. Stroman settles, he throws, and a pitch is fouled back. Rafaela thought about going there. Did not. JUN is now 11 for his last 27 over a now 7-game hitting streak. In that time, he's scored 8 runs. He's got 4 doubles, a triple, and 5 walks. Packed house at Fenway. 0-1 to Duran. He goes. Does Rafael? The pitch is grounded to first. Rizzo goes to knee. He's got it. And the inning is over. Red Sox threaten but do not score. After 4, 3-1 over the Yanks on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Network.
Celestial Seasonings invites you to experience a life.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
And it is sponsored by Herb Chambers Honda Boston and Honda Burlington. Stanton struck out his first time up, struck out looking. Here's the pitch, and it's in there for a strike. He has 7 career home runs at Fenway, hitting just over 300 here. 3 runs, 6 hits for Boston, a run, a hit, and an error for the Yankees. Crawford delivers. He waves it a slider away, a sweeper, 0-2.
Apparently, Kenley Jansen sent Bayo out in his own jersey backwards because they were watching in the clubhouse, and Kenley thought Tristan was talking too much.
He did talk a lot. We didn't even hear what he said. Swing and a miss. Oh, a terrible swing. That ball was in the catcher's mitt. Everybody's looking for something with a wrinkle in it, but it was a straight fastball and a weak strikeout, like he gave up.
All I know is social media is going crazy. Like it was the most entertaining segment of the year. I know Joe Braverman's back in the studio. He's going to pull some of it for us.
1 down for Rizzo, grounded out 5-3 his first time up. That's 3 straight strikeouts, 7 overall for Cutter. And a fastball's in for a strike. He's certainly throwing strikes tonight. 72% of his pitches have been strikes. Great photo on ESPN. The Boone family. Ground ball hit hard and a short up. Nice pick by Smith. Underhands to the pitcher. An easy out. 3-1. Of Ray Boone, former Tiger and Red Sox third baseman and catcher, power hitter, and later a great Red Sox scout. Signed many of the West Coast stars for the Red Sox. His son Bob Boone, a catcher, primarily with the Phillies and of course the Angels. He was there in that '86 ALCS. And of course Bob's sons, Brett, started mostly for Seattle and others, and then Aaron, we all know about his playing career. There's a foul out of play.
You're not allowed to talk about that when the Red Sox are playing the Yankees. It's a cool picture, though. Grandpa, Dad, and both sons in the All-Star game.
The American League for Aaron and the National League for Brett, who was also with the Braves. The pitch is low and away. What a wonderful family. Ball and a strike with 2 out, nobody on. Crawford's not allowed to hit since the home run by Judge. That's the only hit he's allowed. The pitch is swung on, hit in the air to right field. Right to Refsinger, in a couple of steps. Another quick 1-2-3 inning. Only 65 pitches over 5 for Cutter. The 5th upcoming, 3-1 Red Sox. Sox have 3 big steals tonight against Stroman, who has really been all over the place. 84 pitches and only 49 for strikes. Veteran righty deals, and there's a line drive base hit into right field over the head of Torres, grabbed on the second hop by Verdugo. Bullet off the bat of Hamilton, who went very hard in the first inning and was caught. Well, leadoff man is on. Let's see what the running Red Sox do with Refsnyder up. He struck out, and he singled to left field. Red Sox code word of the game is Pedro 45. Pedro, the number 45. Make sure to enter your code word in the member portal today to claim your points. Runner goes from first on the first pitch. Here's the throw to second, far too late. And Hamilton hangs onto the bag with his fingertips. As he went to get up, it's a stolen base. So that's his second of the game, the Red Sox fourth, and Hamilton now has 16 steals on the season. So he's one ahead of Duran for the club lead. Running Red Sox going wild.
5 steals tonight. That's the season high for the Red Sox. I'd forgotten Dom Smith stole a bag,
that's right.
too.
Taken low for a ball because Duran had one in the first inning, so that was Duran's 16th. So they are tied for the club lead at 16 apiece, Hamilton and Duran. Duran, Smith, Raffaella, Hamilton twice. 2-0, stealing third. Here's the strike taken and no throw. David Hamilton has stolen second and third. They're running wild tonight. His third steal of this game, his 17th of the year. And the running Red Sox have half a dozen steals. We're only in the 5th inning with nobody out.
For 3 weeks, it's been the Jaron Duran, David Hamilton story. It just brings so much energy and life to this team. Where did this David Hamilton come from? I mean, he has been spectacular.
Infield in, and there's a strike down the middle, making it 3-1. Raffy on deck. He was taking all the way. I mean, Hamilton's only been caught once. 3 for 3 tonight, 17 for 18 on the season. And the 3-1 pitch is high ball 4. Refsnyder patiently takes the walk, and here comes Raffy. Duran with a steal tonight is 16 for 19.
Interesting to see Aaron Boone pull the infield in right there. Nobody out.
Well, they've been doing that pretty consistently in the analytic era. So Hamilton stealing second, stealing third on consecutive pitches. 1 pitch in between. Refsnyder drawing the third walk by Stroman, and Raffy was flied to left, grounded into a double play, but a run did score. You don't get an RBI if you are doubled up. There's a pitch in there for a strike over the outside edge. 91 pitches for Stroman, and the Yankees have a left-hander up.
Yep, Caleb Ferguson.
Who was very good here Friday night. Stroman's working out of the stretch almost all game. Here's the pitch, and Raffy swings it to fly ball to center field. Looks deep enough to get the run home, but certainly is. Judge makes the catch about 20 feet in front of the track, and Hamilton waltzes home, and the Red Sox have a 4-1 lead. Raffy delivers his 35th RBI, so the stolen bases pay instant dividends. Hamilton scoring the second run of the game. 4-1 Boston, and here's Connor Wong, who bounced out the shortstop and hit a fly ball to left field.
This is amazing what the Red Sox are doing on the bases tonight.
Never thought we'd see the day. There's a strike. I mean, Ellsbury has the club record for steals, and he was electric.
And that was one guy.
Yeah, he was almost a lone ranger, but now you have so many people that can run.
Most steals in a game in Red Sox history is 8. Last did it in 1940.
The 0-1, low and away.
And they already got now 6 in the game. We'll have to look and see when the last time was they stole 6 in a single game.
Not in my 42 years.
There was times in the 80s and 90s it felt like they didn't steal 6 in a season.
Mm-hmm.
Low and away. I mean, they had seasons where they were caught more than they stole successfully. And that's a horrible percentage. You really should steal 75 to 80% to be effective. 2-1 to Wong. Stroman's pitch is a strike, borderline fastball over the outside corner. Elevate your grilling game with Hatfield marinated pork tenderloins and taste victory with every bite. Visit simplyhatfield.com for recipes. Find your flavor with Hatfield. Runner goes, and they throw to second, and Ref Snyder runs into an out. I guess somebody yelled, and Stroman must have heard him. He didn't react instantly, but Ref Snyder took off too soon.
That hurts. I mean, you got him on the ropes completely. Part of the order.
He stepped off and fired out to Torres, and goes as a caught stealing 1-4.
You know, I think he was trying to time up the pitch clock. There were 3 seconds left. He just left a little too early.
That may be the case, yeah. That makes sense. Low and away, 3-2.
I mean, Stroman is so slow to the plate. Trevino stands no chance throwing anybody out.
That's a big part of it. He hasn't even attempted most of them. Pitches low and away, another walk. So Wong gets a 2-out walk. Red Sox 6 for 7 in stolen base attempts tonight.
I would think Wong is considering it here.
Sure.
They got to be thinking about Ferguson with Yoshida coming up, then Valdez. I think no matter what, this will be his last hitter.
Yoshida has struck out looking and popped to the shortstop. That's 4 walks, but so many deep counts. The pitch low and inside, ball 1.
They actually had 6 steals in a game last October against the Orioles, which surprises me. Duran was probably right in the middle of that.
4-1 Red Sox. The pitch is fouled, out of play. Well, if you look at the bullpen, you're going to have a fairly fresh Bernardino. He retired 1 batter last night, the only man he faced. Slayton's out for a few days. Kelly pitched 2 innings Friday night, was very effective, so he could go. The 1-1, foul first base side, and Alex said that Kenley Jansen's good to go.
That was the finale, and they stole 3 of them off of Danny Coulombe and James McCann. That was Verdugo, Devers, and Valdez.
Last day of the season. 1-2 pitch, throw to first instead. Diving back is Wong with a hand tag. He might go here with a count 1-2. We'll see. Dorito has a throwing error. Hasn't thrown anybody out yet. The pitch, swing and a ground ball as he rolls over to second base. Grabbed by Torres. Flips the first to retire the side. The Red Sox settle for 1. After 5, it's 4-1 Boston on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
At the UPS Store, we know this up.
the 110 Grill, gluten-free dining done right. The 110 Grill is an official partner of the Boston Red Sox radio network.
Please.
So Cutter ready for the 5th inning here. And here's Will.
Thank you so much, Joe. Jose Trevino. Cutter's been on an incredible roll. High drive deep to left field. This thing's crushed. It is back, and for the second time in the series, Jose Trevino goes yard. The Red Sox lead is cut to 2. It is 4-2. That breaks up an incredible string for Cutter. And the Red Sox, I think at the moment, are starting to rue some of their missed opportunities. Cutter had not allowed a hit since the Judge home run in the 1st inning. That's Trevino's 8th home run of the year. A little less comfortable now. Here's DJ LeMahieu, who worked a walk his first time. Cutter throws. High fastball. Everyone talks about, for the Yankees, the importance, of course, of Soto and Judge and Rizzo and even Verdugo and Volpe at the top of the order. 1-0 to LeMahieu. Pitches inside, spins him out of the way. Fastball. That's ball 2. It is so important for the Yankees to have someone like LeMahieu in the 9th spot in the order, because it is such a fulcrum in the lineup where the pitching staff on the other side feels the weight of those big hitters coming around the corner. The 2-0 is in there for Crawford, and it's 2-1.
Top to bottom, who's got the better batting order, the Orioles or the Yankees? Or the Phillies?
I would say right now you would take the Orioles.
And the Phillies are healthy, maybe.
2-1 swing and a miss. Yeah, you bring Turner and Real Muto back in. That's tough to top. But it's amazing. You know, we see the Orioles more than most, unfortunately now. But guys like Kouser and Westberg and Santander become really good hitters. And, of course, Henderson and Rutschman, 2-2. Did he go around? Yes, he did. Cutter strikes out LeMahieu. That's a big out. His 8th strikeout.
And the Yankees have the Orioles coming in tomorrow night to the Bronx for 3 games.
Anthony Volpe now, who has struck out and grounded into a double play. But it's sort of like the Red Sox with Cedar Rafaela. If he gets on base, then you got speed with Duran, action all over the place. Here's Volpe. Little looper into right field. That's a base hit. That is a little trouble here for the Red Sox, because now here comes Soto as the tying run.
Volpe only 2 for 13 in the series.
A game the Red Sox really have controlled. All of a sudden, uncomfortable now.
Pitch count manageable at 72, but some stirring in the bullpen.
Bernardino is up. I guess it's possible he'd be for Verdugo. Well, it'll be a pretty quick hook. For now, 1 on, 1 out. Here is Soto. And Cutter steps off as the pitch clock wound down. This is the good version of Fenway Park. Yankee chants break out, and they just get shouted down. Pitch to Soto is a strike on the outside corner. Good Cutter. And it's 0-1. 4-2 Red Sox. That chance a little more like it. Volpe at first. 0-1 to Soto. Pitch is inside the Soto shuffle. Full effect. He glares out, now nods up and down to Cutter Crawford. Trying to intimidate him. I will tell you this. That will not work against Crawford. He is steely on the mound. Devers level with the bag and well off the line. 1-1. Check swing. He did not go around. Well, this is where the Yankees are so scary, because it is now a hitter's count, 2-1 to Soto. You got a runner aboard, and Aaron Judge is on deck. Puts Soto in a great spot to hit. 2-1. Inside. Curveball. If it was good before, it's better now. 3-1 to Soto.
Crawford's walked just 1.
Unlucky the hit to Volpe, nothing lucky about the smash by Trevino. 4-2 Red Sox, but nervy moments here for Crawford. 3-1, strike on the inside corner. Soto took 4 steps toward first base. But that was a strike. And now the count is full. We'll see what they do with Volpe. It's an interesting call here because on the one hand, you're not really worried about Soto striking out, but you got Judge on deck. Soto asks for time. And
double play would
Wong
be nice.
Visits the mound.
Well, that's why you might run Volpe, who is a good base stealer.
Soto's 0 for 2 tonight. Homered yesterday. A couple walks in that game as well. And the on-base machine has been on base 6 times in the series. Trying to keep him off base here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Play him to pull on the infield. Hamilton is almost behind the bag. Valdez at second, way over in the hole. 3-2. Huge pitch coming. Volpe runs. Here it is. Swinging a ground ball to second. Valdez to his left. Glove spins. Throws to first. In time they got him. Over to third goes Volpe. That was a really good play there by Manuel Valdez. Great range. He reached down, made the play. That's a big second out. And here comes Judge.
Well, that ball looked like it was get through. Fortunately, it came up nicely for him, and as Andrew Bailey visits the mound.
Yeah, and here's another one of those spots where the Red Sox, Crawford, Bailey, Alex Cora have got a real choice to make here because Aaron Judge is coming up. You do have a base open. It is so unorthodox to put the tying run aboard, but modern baseball really doesn't care about that as much anymore. You got Bernardino getting hot in the Red Sox bullpen, and so the question becomes for Alex Cora and the Red Sox, would you rather have Crawford face Judge or Bernardino go after Alex Verdugo? I think if anything, Crawford will pitch quite delicately here to Judge. Remember, he's already hit a home run off of him tonight. He's the tying run in the 6th. Runner at third in Volpe with 2 down. Crawford into the line. He throws. Swing and a miss with a sweeper. You can't throw it any better than that. Bottom of the zone. Outside corner, and it's 0-1. The pitch is just outside. Fastball, and it's 1-1. Judge has been on base more than once in 45 of his 72 games this year. He's got 49 extra base hits in 74 games. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Another great sweeper. And it's 1-2. And now the fans who've been into it all night will get behind Cutter Crawford.
Struck him out on sweepers last time. He might as well triple up.
Judge steps out, and now he digs back in. Everybody up at Fenway. 1-2, the pitch. In the dirt, and it gets past Wong. Volpe's coming home. No throw, and it's 4-3. That is an absolute killer. And again, that is the impact of Aaron Judge. Just trying to be a little too fine.
Overthrew the sweeper.
It's just one of those ways in which it does make you think so long and hard about just going after the next hitter. So the lead is 1, and it's 2-2. Cutter says yes. His 83rd pitch is swung on and popped up, foul of first. It'll make the seats. Wong gives it a look, but it's about 10 rows deep.
Well, the Red Sox have the record, 8 steals in 1940. The club record in that game against the Philadelphia A's Dom DiMaggio had 2 steals. Bobby Dorr had 2. One from Ted Williams. One from Lou Finney, one from Joe Cronin, and the other by Johnny Peacock.
Aaron Judge just thought he had a pitch to hit on the Lansdowne. He grimaced as he fouled that one away. Cutter takes a deep breath. The 2-2. Here it is. Swing and a miss. He got him with a sweeper, and the inning is over. Cutter shouting on the mound. He will walk off with the lead, but the Yankees do put 2 on the board. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 4-3 Red Sox. Haley is on for the New York Yankees. Red Sox now leading by only a single run, 4-3. Valdez, Smith, and Rafaela scheduled to hit in the Herb Chambers batting order, which in this inning is brought to you by Herb Chambers Honda Seekonk and Honda Westboro. Valdez has walked and singled on an incredible tear offensively. Canely pants at the knees. Father's Day blue stripes around his calves as he throws the first pitch slider for a strike to Valdez, and it's 0-1. Fans have been into it from the very beginning of this game. A capacity crowd at Fenway. 0-1 is a strike on the outside corner to end Manuel Valdez, and it's 0-2. Well, Marcus Stroman, in some ways lucky to not give up more than the 4 runs. He walked 4, struck out only 2 tonight, was in trouble throughout his entire start. 0-2. Here in this bottom of the 6th, the pitch. Swinging a shot to first, but caught there by Rizzo. More loud contact. And with 1 away, here comes Dom Smith. 36,718 here tonight.
And he pitched there Friday, walked the first 2 men, had to be relieved after getting the next 2. Like Ferguson, who was very good.
Bernardino continues to throw. That tells he's likely to come in for the 7th as Dom Smith takes a fastball for strike 1. We will be on an airplane tonight to Toronto. Game 1 tomorrow, and hopefully it's a quick one so that we can then sprint around the corner to see Game 5 of the NBA Finals. The 0-1 pitch is down and in. Duke Castiglione is with us. He'll be posted up over at the Garden all day, all night long, I'm sure.
Watch the game on Channel 5. We got a pregame show at 7:30. Take you into the network show at 8.
1-1 to Dom Smith. Pitch. Working in New York, he swings and misses, and Boston. You've been through this before, Duke, but like on a day where you might be on site to cover a championship, is there a different level of adrenaline?
There is. I mean, we were feeling that game 4, it just didn't happen.
1-2. Smith takes low.
I'll tell you, watching this Red Sox team in 2018 reminds me a lot of the Celtics this year. Just the level of talent, the level they compete, the chemistry, how they all like each other, just dominant.
2-2. Swing and a miss. Change up, and Dom is gone. The other thing that struck me, especially in Game 3 when they were doing all kinds of different things, fouling with 45 seconds to go up 6 because they don't want to allow a 3, is that this young coach, Joe Mazzulla, who talks a lot to Alex Cora and a lot of other high-level coaches and managers, seems to me he's kind of growing into that job. Here's Cedar Rafaela with 2 down. The pitch is outside, 1-0.
It certainly has. I mean, if you go back to last year, when they got beat by the 8th seed Miami in the conference finals, people wanted him fired. Ownership stuck with him. It was a smart move. Remember, he took over a team 2 days before training camp after Ime Udoka got suspended.
1-0's a ground ball up the middle. Volpe way to his left. Gloves throws low, and it is in time, they say. I think Rafaela beat that throw. The Red Sox will look. I think that's a really bad call by Phil Cuzzi. We'll see. I would be surprised. They're not going to look. Wow. I take it back, Phil. I apologize. That was a pick by Rizzo over there. Great play by Volpe. I really thought he was safe. I really did. But he wasn't. Great stretch by Volpe and the inning.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
For good.
It's Brendan Bernardino. This is the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Brendan Bernardino, who really has been the best Red Sox bullpen arm all year long. We'll see his former teammate, Alex Verdugo, then Stanton and Rizzo in this top of the 7th inning. Herb Chambers batting order brought to you by Herb Chambers Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Danvers and Millbury. It's just been an incredible season and run for Bernie. Crawford pitched well again. Did give up the 2 runs in the 6th, one of them on the wild pitch. But he struck out 9 as Verdugo takes strike 1, a curveball from Bernie, and it's 0-1. Now these next 3 innings will determine whether it's a really good homestand or a fabulous stand for the Sox as the curveball misses outside. If you go 3-3 against the Phillies and the Yankees, that's a great job. But if you go 4-2 and win both series, that is tremendous. Especially going to Toronto and Cincinnati, two kind of gettable teams. 1-1 is a little high, and it is 2-1 to Verdugo.
Also proved it's been difficult this year to play against 5 teams over 500. The Red Sox are, I think, 820 entering this week.
Pull on the infield, the 2-1 pitch. Swinging a liner into left field, a base hit. So the tying run is aboard in Verdugo. It was a really important outing last night for Bernardino. He came on in relief of Slayton, and he got Verdugo in the 7th to ground out. But in his career, Bernie has been hit really hard by the Yankees in 7 games, 6 earned runs in 4 innings, and 9 hits over that time. So this is a key spot here. Verdugo
have their next 15 games against teams that are under 500.
Got to capitalize, but first things first, Stanton takes a curveball down and in for ball 1. Verdugo is aboard. Stanton has twice struck out, but both those against Cutter. Crawford walked only 1. Here's the 1-0, and that's a strike. Stanton is such a different hitter. Flat-footed, yanking swing, almost in one piece. He can look horrendous on one swing and the next hit a ball 500 feet. 1-1. Bernardino at the belt. He throws. Swinging a chopper to right. That's into the outfield for a base hit. Verdugo takes the turn at second. And here come the Yankees. They got him at first and second with nobody out. The infield had him way over to pull, and he just shot it through the open hole. Red Sox are not screwing around. They got Zach Kelly up in the bullpen, which might mean that no matter what happens right here, the plan is for Bernardino to see these 3 hitters and no more. Here's Rizzo, left-handed hitter.
He's a good double play candidate. But don't hit him. He's on top of the plate. He's been hit 219 times in his career.
Crawford only allowed 3 hits in his 6 innings. But 2 on, none out here. The pitch is right in there. Fastball on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Lefties are hitting $140 against Bernardino. They've not homered against him this season. 4-3 Boston, but 2 on, nobody out. Bernardino throws. Rizzo takes another strike. Perfect pitch. Fastball, and it's 0-2. 7th inning brought to you by Sherwin-Williams. Their exclusive Pro Plus program helps you grow and manage your paint business.
First time the Yankees have had 2 runners on base at the same time in this game.
Rizzo waggles the bat over the plate. A little bit of an open stance deep in the box. 0-2. Here it is. Swing and a foul. Choked up. He tipped it back to the screen. Stays 0-2. The game tonight brought to you by River Spring Residences, setting a new standard for memory care in New York City. 833-79-RIVER. Visit riverspringresidence.org/radio to schedule a tour. I believe a man heavily involved with that organization is on pins and needles at the moment. 0-2 to Rizzo. The pitch is sawed off foul on the third base side. We'll take 10 seconds for station ID on the Shaw's and Star Market Red Sox Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
0-2, Bernardino to Rizzo. 2 on, none out the pitch. Swinging a soft ground ball to first. Smith gloves, throws to second. No, he doesn't. He bobbles it. He throws to first, and it's dropped. Rizzo collides with Bernardino. He's hurt. The Yankees have the bases loaded with nobody out, and another misplay at first by Dom Smith. It easily could have been a double play with Rizzo running down the line if they turned it well at short, but Dom couldn't get it out of the glove. Not only did he not throw to second, but then as he spun and looked to first, a wide throw off the glove of Bernardino. Another error, and the Yankees have him loaded with nobody out.
Yeah, I mean, he had it on the tip of his glove, but he was off balance. The throw was sort of behind him. It's a difficult play.
Rizzo kind of got hip checked by Bernie. He was standing on the bag, and he landed awkwardly on his right arm and wrist. Feet got tangled up. They arrived at the same time.
It was rolled over about 3 times. Holding his wrist.
It'll just be a straight error on Smith. And now the base is loaded for Gleyber Torres. You wonder whether Alex Cora is just going to go to Zach Kelly right here. He has time to mull it over with the injury scare and the training staff with Aaron Boone out on the field. I mean, there are times when Dom Smith looks so good, defensively smooth and great feeds. He has not had a good week at first.
Well, the errors crop up at the wrong time.
And that one is an absolute killer, and I think they're going to make a change here. They're going to take Rizzo out of the game. He's smiling, but is going to make every precaution. Oswaldo Cabrera is going to run for him. And what a spot this is. Alex Cora is already coming out of the Red Sox dugout. He has made up his mind. He's going to go to Zach Kelly, and what a spot this will be for Zach. They're going to wait for Rizzo to cross the line, and Cora now comes out of the dugout to make the change. This copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of the Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Accounts and descriptions cannot be disseminated without the express written consent of EEI. And the Red Sox, a critical error puts the Red Sox in a huge bind.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Kelly circling the mound. Devers and Verdugo laughing over at third base. Probably a better time for that conversation, I would think. But here we go. Gleyber Torres into the right-handed batter's box. Kelly, 16 games, a 1.93 ERA. What a spot this is. The pitch is outside with a sweeper. The one thing that concerns you is that when Kelly does get in trouble, it's with walks. And he's got no margin here.
13 walks in 23 innings.
1-0 to Torres. The pitch is inside, not close. Sweeper 2-0. He's inherited 5 runners. 2 of them have scored. Boston got a 4-1 lead, but in the balance here. 2-0. That's high. A fastball, and it's 3-0. Well, conventional wisdom would tell you that Gleyber's going to take a pitch here. I'm not so sure. He is an aggressive, dangerous hitter. Bases loaded, nobody out. 3-0 the pitch. He takes all the way. A fastball right there. It's 3-1. So conventional wisdom wins. Shaded up the middle toward the second base bag. 3-1 to Glaber. Here's the pitch. Fastball right there. And it's 3-2. He almost looked like he was taking again. Smith way off the line. Cabrera running for Rizzo at first. Stanton at second. Verdugo at third. Nobody out. And Torres, a little gamesmanship, just as Kelly was ready to come home, stepped out. He's had so many big hits against the Red Sox, has Torres. 3-2. The pitch of the game is coming home. Swing and a miss. He got him with a sweeper. What a big pitch for Zach Kelly. He fell behind 3-0, and he fans Torres. There's one away.
Now a double play, you're out of the inning. Easier said than done.
It is Trevino, who's pretty easy to double off. However, he's got 2 home runs in the series. Bases loaded, now 1 out. Kelly is at the belt. He throws. Fastball for a strike. Well, he missed badly with his first 3 pitches, and now total precision. 0-1. Still double play depth. The pitch. Sliders swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. Kelly walks off the back of the mound, now settles his spikes on the third base side of the rubber. Connor Wong presses the pitch comm, staring out at Kelly. He nods yes. Yankees at every base. 0-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Another sweeper, and Kelly has fanned a pair with the bases loaded. And now it's DJ LeMahieu. He is 1 out away from the most heroic escape act of the season from a Red Sox reliever. LeMahieu has walked and struck out. The pitch is just outside. I think that should have been called a strike. That was a cutter at the bottom of the zone, but called ball 1. More great location. Bases loaded, 2 outs. A 1-run Red Sox lead. Kelly at the belt. The 1-0 pitch. Outside. That one was a ball. A cutter. And it's 2-0. Backed up on the infield, shaded toward the triangle in the outfield. 2-0, the pitch. That's a strike. Beauty. Cutter on the corner, and it's 2-1. Kelly is not just throwing strikes. He is throwing perfect pitches on the corners, at the knees. Love another one here. 2-1, the pitch. Swinging a line drive into center field. Rafaela back into his right. He is there. He makes the play. Zach Kelly comes on with the bases loaded. Nobody out, and he is screaming coming off the mound. He dodges 3 huge bullets, and we go to the 7th inning stretch at Fenway with the Sox ahead of the Yankees somehow, some way. 4-3 Sox on the Shaws and Star Market. 4-3, and now the Red Sox have the top of the order due up. Jarren Duran to lead it off. Aaron Boone, Yankee manager's going to his bullpen again for Caleb Ferguson. Pitch to Duran is a little bit outside with a fastball. 1-0.
Just feels so monumental against this Yankee lineup, especially.
Tremendous stuff from Zach Kelly. 1-0 to Duran. Pitch, swinging a foul back. 92 right there. It's 1-1. Ferguson, awesome. Over an inning and a third here in the 6th inning on Friday. He struck out 4. 1-1 to Duran. That's the best relief outing of the season, and it's not close from Zach Kelly. The 1-1 is a little outside. Now the Red Sox have Greg Weissert, I should say, up in the bullpen. I got Zach on the mind right now after that awesome stuff from Kelly. 2-1 to Duran. The pitch, swinging a liner foul down the left field line. And now you're thinking you want some insurance, given how stressful that top of the 7th was.
It'd be nice to come back with a couple of runs here. Really deflate the Yankees after what they just squandered.
Stay tuned for the Nissan post-game show. Epic offers going fast. The Nissan Thrill of Summer sales event. Shop your local Nissan store, nissanusa.com. 2-2. Ferguson throws. Duran fouls it off. By the way, Cabrera stays in the game. He's at third, and LeMahieu moves from third to first. Duran is singled, struck out, and grounded out. Yankees had to be feeling, here we go again. Not so fast. 2-2 is outside. Walk would be a great play here for Duran. Weissert has not been as sharp of late. Kenley Jansen is also throwing. 3-2 is pop foul. Third base side, and it will make the seats. Apparently, Kenley in the game last night picked up the bullpen phone himself and called Alex Cora and said, I want to get 4 outs tonight. It's pretty awesome from a veteran leader. 3-2 to Duran. Leading off the bottom of the 7th. Over to Pull on the infield. The pitch is outside, ball 4. That is great stuff from Duran. Well, the Sox who've stolen 6 bases in this game, it'll be a little harder with the lefty on the mound, but that doesn't rule it out for Duran. He's aboard, and here's David Hamilton, and it actually in this spot, I mean, ordinarily you'd say, well, maybe a little small ball. Does he try to push him into scoring position? For me, not the way Hamilton's swinging the bat. He's been tremendous. And he's swinging all the way, takes a pitch on the corner, borderline, called a strike, and it's 0-1.
It's amazing how the game has slowed down for him since he first came up.
Yeah, on both sides, really. 0-1 to Hamilton with Duran at first. In on the grass is Cabrera at third. The pitch is in the dirt. And good stop there by Trevino. The Yankees will be hoping that Rizzo is okay after that collision with Bernardino. They're off tomorrow and then home for the Orioles and Braves. Are the Yankees. 1-1 to David Hamilton. Here's the pitch. Swinging a little looper into shallow center field. Judge coming in. He's there to make the play. And there's one away. It almost feels like if you play Sunday night baseball, you should have an off day the next day.
Yeah, you really should. Somebody has to travel, one of the teams.
Like we won't get to Toronto till 2-3 in the morning. Not that we're complaining. I'm not Adrian Gonzalez, but still, Yankees have off and the Red Sox don't. Here's Refsnyder. Good matchup for him. The pitch is a strike at the bottom of the zone.
Remember the summer I did some Sunday night games for ESPN as a sideline reporter. Players would constantly complain about, why are we on Sunday Night Baseball? Which I would reply, that means you're good.
No kidding. It's a good problem to have. Duran leading at first. The pitch, swing and a miss. Good slider. in under his hands, and it's 0-2. Grilling season is heating up with a smoking hot 3-day sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Value pack boneless chicken breasts or thighs, $1.97 a pound. Kenley is throwing with urgency right now. Is he asking for another 2-inning save? Here's the 0-2, down and in. I mean, he does not throw like this if he's not coming into a game, and Weissert is now sitting down. Wow.
Red Sox really want it. And after what Kelly did, even more so.
1-2. Here's the pitch to Rob. Eventually, it comes home. And a ball down and in. Of course, the other part of it is, it's the top of the order for the Yankees coming up. So you got Volpe, Soto, Judge, Verdugo. You might just say, Kenley, you got the 8th. Not necessarily the 9th. And then we'll figure it out when we get there. 2-2. Duran, if he has a read on Ferguson, might be tempted here. Set. And he's not going. The pitch is ripped up the middle into center field. A base hit. Duran is tearing around second. He's going to test Judge. He heads for third. He is in there with a head-first slide. No base runners do that to Aaron Judge, but most are not Jarren Duran. He races into third, and Refsnyder has him at the corners with 1 out in the 7th.
He was going all the way. No question in his mind. He really turned it on.
Don't you think it looked like that caught Judge totally by surprise?
He's got to be aware of who's out there. He came in, and he was looking. He wasn't shocked by it, I don't think, but he threw.
How good a hitter is Rob Refsnyder? That's a big one. Aaron Boone has seen enough. He's going to the bullpen. Devers is due up. That's interesting that he wants to go away from one lefty to another pitcher in the bullpen here to get Devers. That's Mr. Brightside time, but pitching change for the Yanks. 4-3 Red Sox. Devers has got a big opportunity right after this on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
During this call to the bullpen, you could sign up for Ford Pass. It's the app that puts your Ford ownership experience right in the palm of your hand. With the Ford Pass app, you can access complimentary remote features like start-stop, lock-unlock, schedule a start, locate your vehicle, or get your vehicle's status on the Ford Pass app when your vehicle is equipped with Ford Pass Connect. Get started by downloading the Ford Pass app on the App Store or Google Play.
Arbella Insurance has been doing business in the New England community for over 35 years. They're your friends, your neighbors, and fellow Boston fans. They do the wave at the ballpark together and get stuck in the same Sturo Drive traffic. At Arbella, being your neighbor helps them provide you with the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for Boston fans, here for good.
Fans are into it here at Fenway Park, and why not? A 1-run lead, a Houdini act from Zach Kelly. Now, Aaron Boone is going to his bullpen. He goes away from the lefty Ferguson, and instead he goes to the right-hander Luke Weaver to face Devers.
He's been primarily their 8th inning man. Maybe they trust him more, and of course, something could be bothering Ferguson, who struck out all 4 men he faced the night before last.
How many times in his entire career, and I mean this seriously, do you think that Rafi Devers has seen a left-hander on the mound and had a manager go to the bullpen for a righty to face him? This might be literally the first time that's happened, other than maybe an injury. So what a chance here for Devers. Huge speed at third in Duran with Refsnyder at first, and now immediately Weaver steps off.
Weaver has been a bit of an adventure in terms of strike throwing. He's been effective, but deep counts.
Devers is in. Weaver sets. He throws. And Rafi drives one foul on the third base side. That will make the seats. A flat-footed swing. But just got enough of it out of play. The Chick-fil-A community hero is P.J. Eason, who does it all, coaching, volunteering, and guiding the young men of his town. Methuen Chick-fil-A honors P.J. Eason. 0-1 to Devers. Duran at third. He's going to go on any ball put in play. Refsnyder at first. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a drive into center field. That's a base hit. Duran scores easily. Rafi Devers says, thank you very much. RBI hit, and it's 5-3 Red Sox. Very quietly, in a way, Devers having a huge series against the Yanks.
He usually does.
He's driven in 2 more tonight. 2-run double, huge hit in the win last night. And here comes Connor Wong. I mean, Devers this season, it's not like he's struggled against lefties. At 273, slugged 416. Here is Wong. What a big insurance run that is. 5-3 Red Sox. The pitch is low and outside with a fastball. Devers against righties, 289 with a 627 slug. This guy's got the 3rd most inning pitched of all relievers in the game. The 1-0 is fouled off on the right field side. And it's 1-1.
That run just feels so huge with Volpe, Soto, and Judge do it.
So would a couple more. 1-1 to Wong. Singled in a run in the first, then walked in the second. 1-1 pitch on the way. Here it is. Outside, good take by Connor. Change up. And it's 2-1. Masataka Yoshida's on deck. Thus far, a very satisfying evening at Fenway Park. 2-1 to Wong. Pitch. Swinging a line drive down the right field line. That is down. It gets past Verdugo. Coming home to score is Refsnyder. Devers behind him. Over to third is Wong. It's a 2-run triple. Wong is flexing at third, and it is 7-3 Red Sox.
Verdugo tried to cut it off, but it went off his glove and rolled around past the pesky pole in no man's land.
The running Red Sox have yet another triple. And it was, I think, a gamble worth taking for Verdugo to try to stop Devers from scoring. But once he missed it, Wong was easily into third. That's Connor's first triple of the year.
21st for the ball club.
Infield in. Here's Yoshida the pitch. Inside a fastball. And again, none of this possible without Zach Kelly. What a job by him. 3 enormous crackback runs for the Red Sox. 1-0. Wong at third. The pitch. Inside it hit him. And I got him on the right hand. So far, Yoshida looks okay. Just kind of shakes it out. He'll take his base. Alex Cora wants to talk it over, but he looks no worse for the wear. You know, this weekend has been so much fun this week with the Phillies and Yankees. And anytime you can beat the best teams in the game, it's always entertaining. But I have found that the best part about these games, as Yoshida gets a good long look from David Herrera and Alex Cora, is that it is the young future core pieces that have done it. And Connor Wong, with all the noise around Duran and Devers and even lately David Hamilton as Matt Blake comes out, Joe, don't you think Connor Wong has made the biggest leap of any Red Sox player this year?
Definitely. I mean, he was hitting over 330. He's running the bases, and his catching has improved. Much better blocking pitches. He's always had the quick release and can throw. And I think there's a lot of confidence that this ball club has offensively and defensively in Connor Wong.
So Yoshida's fine. He stays in. Meeting on the mound is over. And Manuel Valdez is going to hit. And now they take Yoshida out. I don't know whether that's precautionary. They're going to run Bobby Dahlbeck, and he's faster than Yoshida. He's only the DH. It's not a defensive change, so maybe they're just saying, well, in this spot, it is unlikely that Dahlbeck later in the game will come up in a key spot. And even if so, they got other options like Westbrook and other bench pieces. First and third, still only one out, trying to pile on here. Valdez has looked great all night and all week. Pitch is outside. Fastball, rather change up, and it's 1-0.
Well, that changed the strategy about bringing Jansen in for the eighth.
He's still throwing. You'd think they'd have to consider it.
Because right now wouldn't be a safe situation with a 4-run lead.
I bet you, Joe, like if Valdez rips one into a gap here and it becomes 8-3, even 9-3, something like that, I think Weissert and Kenley might swap spots on the mound. And in fact, Weissert is now up. So that answers that. 7-3 Boston. 1-0 to Manu. Here's the pitch, and it's low. 2-0 with Dom Smith out on deck.
You see it so often in this game. A team has to squander like the Yankees did, and then they give it up at the bottom of the inning, at the top of the next inning for the home team.
Double play depth behind Weaver. Dahlbeck leading at first, Wong at third. 2-0. Pitch is a strike. Manu was, I think, taking there. And it's 2-1. One thing about the new rules in baseball, the 3-batter minimum, things can get squirrely in a real hurry, especially with hitters like Volpe and Soto and Judge. 2-1 to Manu. Pitch outside, not even close with the changeup. And it's 3-1. Only game active in the big leagues is the second of a doubleheader between the Twins and the A's. Minnesota 6-5 lead there on the Subaru of New England scoreboard, introducing the all-new 2025 Forester with more safety, style, and adventure. 3-1 the pitch. Swing and a miss. Man, big rip. And it's 3-2. I think they might be tempted to put Dahlbeck in motion here. I mean, Valdez will swing and miss some, but Bobby's quick. And why not? With a 4-run lead, take a little gamble here. Trevino thinking about it. He presses the buttons to signal the defense and its intentions in this spot. Dahlbeck inching away from first. 3-2. Weaver sets at his letters. And Dahlbeck runs. The pitch is swung on and missed. No throw through. Well, even better. Now they got two in scoring position. Valdez is struck out.
7 steals.
One off the all-time franchise high. It's just been a really fun couple of games. Exciting style of baseball. 7 steals is the Red Sox most since September 29th of 1940. Joe's first year in the Red Sox booth. Here's Dom Smith with runners at second and third. The pitch is low and outside. Changeup, ball one. Smith singled and stole a base, scored a run in the second. 1 for 3 tonight. How big a hit here would be. 1-0 the pitch. Swing and a sawed-off miss. He was fooled badly there by Cutter that ran in under his hands. And it's 1-1.
67 steals for the Red Sox, caught 28 times. 7 for 8 tonight.
1-1. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Volpe has it behind the bag. Throws to first. In-time inning over, but what a big inning it was. Sox get 3 huge runs. And as we go to the 8th, 7-3 Boston on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
When it's time to sell your home, you hope your agent knows the market. Timing, pricing, interest rates, neighborhoods, staging, open houses, understanding contracts, completing paperwork.
not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
As we go to the 8th with Greg Weissert pitching. Red Sox now have 67 steals and have been caught 28 times. Entering today, Tampa Bay had 67 steals, so did Kansas City. We'll see what they did today. Here's Volpe, and he takes a strike. Kansas City had 1 steal, so they have 68. They're first. Red Sox next with 67, and Tampa Bay did not have a steal. They have 67. I never remember the Red Sox up there and stolen bases like this. Amazing. Call strike at a pitch away to Volpe, who struck out, grounded into a double play, flared a single to right, then went 2 bases, first to third and a ground out, and scored in a wild pitch. But he's had a tough series, 2 for 13. Weissert with an 0-2, way outside with a sweeper. Weissert, of course, the former Yankee, acquired in the Verdugo trade. Went to school in the shadows of Yankee Stadium at Fordham. There's a 1-2, and he swings and misses. He threw a heater by him. So Volpe fans, he struck out 73 times already this season. That's a lot for a leadoff man. And let's see, that is 12 strikeouts for Red Sox pitching. 1 out for Soto, who's 0 for 3. He's been quiet. Fly to right and 2 grounders to second. Yankees have had only 5 hits. Low and inside, he jackknifes back out of the way. Ball 1. Grilling season, he is heating up. Smoking hot 3-day sale at Shaw's in Star Market. Today only pick up value pack signature boneless chicken breast or thighs, $1.97 a pound with a digital coupon, limit 2. Here's the 1-0, it's up and in. Red Sox go to Toronto for 3 off Thursday and then 3 at Cincinnati. Here's the 2-0, and it's inside and high. What a job by Zach Kelly. I mean, that was certainly with the game in the balance, and the Red Sox come back with 3. The Yankees lose, they will enter that series with Baltimore with just a 1.5 game lead. Here it is. Fastball high, walked him on 4 pitches. So Soto takes the walk, his 55th. Judge leads the league with 57. And Judge has homered a towering fly ball over everything in left that went 177 feet high. He struck out twice after that on sweepers from Crawford, and it's Cutter's game to win right now. Here's the pitch home. Right down the middle, a call strike. Judge has fanned 4 times in this series. He's 3 for 10, low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 7-3 Red Sox in the 8th. Weissert at the set position, delivers, and a dribbler foul. He pulled off that sweeper and rolled it off the end of the bat toward the backstop. Stay tuned after the game. The Nissan postgame show. Epic offers going fast at the Nissan Thrill of Summer Sales event. The NissanUSA.com. Foul to the right out of play.
Joe, you know Alex Cora well enough now to know that that outing from Zach Kelly will rocket him up Alex's list of people that he will trust in almost any situation.
He may be up there in the 8th inning role now, even with Chris Martin returning, sharing it with him anyway. Here's the pitch. Just missing low. They called him out. Oh, a late strike call by Bellino. He sort of took a step back, didn't raise his hand right away. It was a short motion, but he called him out. So Judge fans for the 3rd time tonight, the 5th time in this series. And here's Verdugo, who fly to center, struck out, single to left. 2 out, a runner at first. Pitch home. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Yankees have fanned 14 times. Red Sox have struck out only 3. The pitch home. Breaking ball low. Two out, runner at first. Verdugo had 4 RBIs in the first game and just a single since then. The pitch is swung on, looped into left field. On comes Durant. He's there and has it. Yankees are gone in the 8th after 7.5. Sweet Caroline time. It's 7-3 Boston in the Shaws in Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network. Ran the Little League and developed it. Caguas, Puerto Rico, and also broadcast Winter League games, and Alex would be with him when he was interviewing many all-star players during those periods. Here we go with Raffaella, who's had 2 singles. The first one drove in 2. And we have a violation. The ball got out of the bleachers out there.
It's been so wonderful to watch Alex Cora evolve a little bit this year, Joe. He committed to his health in the offseason, and he frankly is a really different guy this season.
Ran 5 miles this morning.
Of course he did.
1-0 pitch to Raffaella, and he waves at a slider down and away. This is so much father-son importance in this game. The great poet Donald Hall wrote the book Fathers Playing Catch with Sons, a classic. There's a looping line drive. That's into left center field, a base hit. And it's a 3-hit game for Raffaella. Man, he's really coming on. He's 3 for 4 tonight. That makes him 11 of his last 26.
Well, that's why every time the end of Field of Dreams comes on and he says, "Hey, Dad, you want to have a catch?" It is impossible to not cry. That's what the game is.
I think that 11 of his last 19. That's even better. So a leadoff single brings up Duran, who's single, struck out, grounded to first, and walked. I remember my first year here, family was still back in Cleveland, and throw the first runner back diving. Duke came to stay with me. I was staying in a hotel and got to work in the clubhouse.
Yeah, age 10.
Probably saw some things.
Mm-hmm. Who was it that sent you to the Garden to buy wrestling tickets?
Oh, that's a great story. Dave Rigetti.
Low and inside.
I had done a 2006 Sunday night game, Dodgers Giants. He was the Giants pitching coach, and I said, "Hey, good to see you again." He goes, "Do we know each other?" I said, "Yeah. I was the 11-year-old you sent to buy WWE tickets on the train." He looked horrified.
That one misses low. And who was it that stuffed you in the trash can?
Matt Young.
He had to control that day, huh?
He did. He about the only strike he threw that year.
2-0 to Duran, who single, struck out, grounded to first, walk, and stolen a bag, one of the 7. There's a pitch too low, and it goes to 3-0.
But Duke, were you aware at the time, or maybe with like the tincture of time, how lucky you were to be around all those big league ball players and to have them be a part of your life?
At the time, when a guy gives you $100 to go get him 2 Big Macs and 2 fries and let you keep the change, it was great. Definitely aware. And then if he got a couple hits, he did it again the next day.
Who was that? Brett?
George Brett. I remember he got me in a headlock at age 10. He was so nice to me. He had the biggest forearms, and you know when you're 10, they look even bigger.
3-1 pitch is a strike over the inside corner. And I know a guy who was really great to you was Don Sutton, the late Don Sutton.
Oh, he was awesome. Yeah, I used to watch cartoons with him.
They were right in your alley at 10 years old.
Yeah. Remember watching the NBA Finals, Celtics, Lakers, with players? 84, 85.
Well, to first, they almost threw it away. Raffaella dies back.
Matter of fact, I knew the game 1 of the 84 finals, the Celtics get blown out. And they come back and win the series. I remember I was watching that as a clubhouse kid with players down in the clubhouse.
Visiting clubhouse.
Mm-hmm.
3-2, runner goes. Fouled to the left, out of play. Into the stands.
Guys, there was Brett Saberhagen. His first start in the big leagues was here at Fenway Park. He was 19. He got hit really hard. He tore up his locker. I put it back together.
Why didn't you clean your own room?
Yeah, I didn't, because I wasn't getting paid for that. You get tipped $20, you'll put somebody's locker back together.
3-2 is hit hard to the ground by the diving LeMahieu into right field. Raffaella won on his way to third. Durant's going to second. Now he puts on the brakes. Throw bounces away from Volpe, who blocked it, but not very far. LeMahieu with a full-length dive couldn't get it, and the Red Sox are rolling.
Joe, can you remember 2 guys like this, more dynamic and more fun, back-to-back in the lineup?
And here's a third with Hamilton. So with 9, 1, and 2, they all could fly. Hamilton is 1 for 3, scored a pair of runs, and he's stolen 3 bases. 7-3. Why not steal another?
Yeah, we're going to see that 1940 record tied.
If Duran goes here, they will. The infield's in.
Definitely.
I mean, 4 runs in this ballpark. I don't think even some of those silly rules of etiquette, I don't think apply here.
Oh no.
They're in all the way around. I'd love to see Duran go and tie the record. Hamilton deals. He goes. Taken for a strike. The throw goes through to the cutoff man in front of the mound, or behind the mound, and it's a steal without the throw going through. And the Red Sox have tied the club record set in 1940 with 8 stolen bases. Can you believe it? 2 for 2 for Duran. He's got 17 on the season. They tie the franchise record set 1940, and the foul to the left out of play by Hamilton, so it's 0-2.
That would be against a team managed by Connie Mack.
Yeah, Philadelphia A's, who was probably about 80-some at the time.
Wearing a suit, no doubt.
So 1940, that's 84 years ago. Here's the pitch. Swinging a little looper. Center field with the infield in. Big trouble. It drops. 1 run scores. Here comes Duran running home. Here's the throw to the plate, and he is out. Well, it was a very shallow throw by Soto. He was very shallow in left center field. So they get 1.
I think the Red Sox will want to look at a couple things here. 1, did Duran's hand get the plate? And 2, did he have a lane to slide in? I think they'll look. Hit. I really do, and I think they're talking about the lane here, Joe. I don't think Duran was given a clear line to come home.
It was a fisted little pop-up. Is caught by the shortstop. The infield is back. Soto charged it and fired a 1-hop strike. I don't know.
I think Will's right. I don't think he blocked the plate.
The ruling on the field is that the runner is out. Boston has asked for a challenge of the blocking violation.
Yeah,
the previous play is under review.
Not give him a lane. That's very true. One angle made it look like he had room, but the other he clearly had no room.
No room, and it's not like the throw brought him there. He was standing there. He didn't go over. You're allowed to go get the baseball. That's not what happened on this play.
Anyway,
he was standing there.
Hamilton has at least 1 RBI, maybe 2.
It's close when you watch it again. He does lunge after Duran once he catches the ball. Certainly worth the challenge.
It's at least 8-3, maybe 9. And the hits just keep on coming. 13 hits for the Red Sox. Well, Hamilton hasn't retired a batter. Whether they retired a runner, we'll find out shortly. The call was out.
But it's the way he sweeps the shin guards in there. Almost old school. You know, before the rules were changed, that's what you were taught.
It's close. It's a matter of when he caught it, did the throw bring him there?
Well, they might say the throw brought him there. Raphael's behind, signaling slide behind the plate, and then he tried to do that.
You know, there's so many rules about where your feet can be. They can't be on the plate. He got the ball. Before he did that, his foot was inside the line on the foul side of it, but not on the plate. So a lot to look at in New York.
Well, you know, Hamilton could break the club record if he runs here.
And he should.
Then you ask if it is 9-3 about the so-called etiquette situation.
Nope, not against the Yankees, not with their lineup. No way.
I would say keep on running.
No lane. I think he did not have a lane to get to the plate. I really do. Here we go.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. There was no blocking violation. The runner is out. Boston will lose its challenge.
So Duran is out 7-2.
You know, one problem baseball has, Joe, is that they send all these memos to managers and umpires without specifically sharing them with everybody in the actual rule book about what the actual, details are of what constitutes giving the lane and not.
Well, it's only 1 out. So let's see if Hamilton can make it 4 steals and break the club record of 9 by the club. Here's Ref Snyder. Hamilton fires to first. There's 1 disengagement. He's back diving safely.
I think he's going to go. And by the way, could he get any more big hits in these 2 weeks?
RBI is 12th. 2 hits tonight. Refsnyder struck out single, walked and singled. He was caught stealing because he left too soon. The only caught stealing tonight. Red Sox 8 for 9. Here's a throw to first. He was diving, and he was lucky to get back. He took a step towards second, had to dive back, and went to the back of the bag. Fortunately, if he goes straight in, he's probably out. The Yankees, seeing if they want to review it, they will not. He missed the tag.
Second throw over.
He had him beaten. Open invitation to go. Just a memorable game. If you can, 8 steals as it is, 9 even better. He doesn't go, and the pitch is high. Well, FX play of the game has to be the strikeout. First Torres and then Trevino by Kelly. Looking to buy a car this season, drive FlexCar instead. Go to flexcar.com. Runner goes, the pitch, swing and a miss. Here's the throw down to second. He dives. Save! Club record. The Red Sox steal their 9th base. Their 9th base of this game, and David Hamilton has 4 of them. Let's check the club record for steals in a game individually, but there's the club record 9 of 10 tonight. Can you believe it? He went diving with that oven mitt, and he just did keep the hand on the bag. That's a slippery situation there. It almost came off. All right, runner at second, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Check swing, low and away. That makes Hamilton 18 of 19 in steals. Duran has 2, giving him 17. Smith had 1, Raffaella, and Dahlbeck. Dahlbeck the pinch runner. 4 steals for David Hamilton, 2 and 1. I would guess it's either Ellsbury or Remy up there. Steals in 1 game. The pitch is fouled to the right.
They're just saying that tied the record from May 19th in 1950.
That is of steals against the Yankees.
Against
9.
the Yanks, yeah.
Wow. Go back to 1915, 109 years ago. Pitch is grounded foul, first base side. Yankees giving up 9 steals. Chirinos, that was one of his better throws, but not in time.
He's got a slow release, not a strong arm.
Okay. He's being exposed. Pitch low and away, although Stroman's very slow. I mean, you have to blame a lot of it on Stroman.
Ellsbury stole 5 bases in 1 game, May 30th, 2013 in Philly.
Okay. Figured it would be Els. Of course, he stole home against the Yankees in a Sunday night game, memorably. Low and away, ball 4. So, this guy's yet to retire a batter. Durant thrown out at home, but Hamilton's given up a single, walk, and of course, record stolen base. Hamilton at second, Refsnyder at first. Here's Raffy, who has 2 RBIs. And that's going to do it for Hamilton. Aaron Boone walking belatedly out to the mound. So Hamilton does not have a very happy birthday out.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Actually, Hamilton just left the base during the pitching change to confer in the dugout. Refsnyder too. So Hamilton's at second. Refsnyder at first, and here is Raffy, who's driven in 2 runs. And actually a third came on his double play balls, had a sac fly and an RBI single to right center field. 2 on, 1 out. Hamilton with a decent lead. Here's the pitch, and he fouls it straight back, strike 1.
Part of it is, too, Cabrera's so far off the line with a left-handed hitter, he just kind of has to win a foot race with him.
Go for it. 8-3, 5-run lead. 0-1 to Raffy. Michael Tonkin Reddy's dancing off second. And Hamilton does not go, and the pitch is hit high to left field. Soto moving back a few steps, still in front of the track, makes the catch. So 2 down, and Connor Wong coming along. That throw got away, but backed up there by Cabrera.
I think it's more likely he'd steal now. Right-handed batter up. 2 out. Connor Wong at the plate. Maybe you don't go in that situation. You don't want to distract your best hitter at the plate.
Yeah, it makes more sense to go with a righty. This guy doesn't look all that quick to home plate. Wong had a triple his last time to drive in 2 down the right field line. He's also had a walk, 1 for 3, a bluff to second, and nobody covering. David Hamilton needs 1 more steal to tie Jacoby Ellsbury's club record. Red Sox 9 for 10 in steals, a new club record. Here's the pitch home. Inside with a slider. This is the 6th Yankee pitcher. All right, there's a win with an explanation point. Red Sox on the verge of going 4-2 against the 2 best teams in baseball. The pitch, strike down the middle.
A little more on the blocking of the plate rule. Unless the catcher's in possession of the ball, the catcher cannot block the pathway of the runner as he's attempting to score. If in the judgment of the umpire, the catcher without possession of the ball blocks the pathway, the umpire shall call or signal the runner safe.
1-1, low and away. 2-1.
Can do it when fielding a throw. Here's an interesting one to a caveat. He shall not be deemed to have hindered or impeded the progress of the runner if, in the judgment, he would have been called out notwithstanding the catcher having blocked the plate.
Here's the 2-1, and he swings and lines a bullet into left center field. The base hit. Hamilton hits third. He's being sent home. Soto's through on the fly. Too late. A hand tag with a dive at home plate by Hamilton, who scores. He doesn't tie Ellsbury's record for steals in a game, but he does score again. His 3rd run scored, and the Red Sox lead at 9-3.
More speed. I mean, that was tremendous, and a great sort of somersaulting slide.
3rd RBI of the game for Wong, giving him 25 on the year. And Hamilton scoring for the 3rd time. Still, well, there are 2 men out, and here is Dahlbeck, who had one of the steals as a pinch runner. There's a strike. He ran for Yoshida, who left after getting hit by a pitch. Didn't seem to be serious at the time. We'll find out later, I guess. The pitch down the middle, call strike, and it's 0-2.
Connor Wong on base 8 times in this series, and one big swing after another.
Refsnyder, the only man caught stealing tonight's at second. Wong at first. Red Sox 9 runs on 14 hits. The pitch, ground ball, pull foul. Great act by Kyle Hudson, jumping over it. Very acrobatic. Get out of the way. He was in front of the coach's box.
Most fun couple of days at Fenway all year, and maybe for a couple of years.
Yeah, this is a game that you remember a long time. Especially that performance by Kelly. The pitch, low and away. Kelly in the stolen bases, the running Red Sox.
And a night you are unlikely to need to use Kenley Jansen.
Nobody's warming, so Weissert may come out for the 9th. It's 9-3 Red Sox. They've had 14 hits. Tompkins 1-2 delivery. Swinging a high fly, right center field. Back goes Judge at the edge of the track by the bullpen, makes the catch. to retire the side, but the Red Sox had 2 more. We go to the 9th. It's 9-3 Boston on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
No one loved kitchen cleanup.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
And before that, in the American League, the Rangers, April 20th, 2010, stole 10. And what was the Miami figure? The only time we've had more than that?
May 18th, 2000. They stole 10 in a loss to the Giants. How do you lose when you steal 10 bases?
That was in a 6-2 loss to San Francisco. Okay, here we go with Stanton, who takes the ball. He is struck out twice and grounded a single into right field at a bounding ball. Weissert back out there. Struck out 2, walked 1 in the 8th. Here's the pitch home, and it is in there for a strike. Let's see. He would not get a save finishing here because he came in with a 4-run lead. The 1-1 to the Yankee DH and swung on and hit high and not all that deep to left center. Over toward the gap goes Duran to make the catch. Vacchiello was there too, 1 down. Well, would you have dreamed of going 4-2 against the Yankees and Phillies this week?
Not a chance in the world. No. You thought in a way, and this 3-3 would have been a great week. And
you would have settled for it.
Yes.
So here is Verdugo. I beg your pardon, the Cabrera taking inside ball 1.
Joe, especially since it was Nola, Wheeler, Heel, and Rodon in 4 of the 6 games.
We're at 233 with 5 homers, batting for the first time. He ran for it. Rizzo got hurt tripping over the pitcher at first base, foul to the backstop. Crawford's game to win. Kelly won't get a save. He won't get a stat, but he's the reason the Red Sox kept the lead. Bases loaded, nobody out, a 1-run lead. You got 2 strikeouts and a fly ball, and that ended the Yankee threat. Pretty much the game. Foul tipped into the mitt, and it's 1-2.
Even more amazing was the fact he started Gleyber Torres off 3-0.
Came back to get him with the next 3 pitches. Pitch to Cabrera. He is outside. I mean, that looked like a certain tie, and certainly would have accepted a double play there even if it tied the game, but struck out Torres, struck out Trevino, and got LeMahieu on a fly ball. Low and inside. I'm sure Dominic Smith felt a lot better after his error loaded the bases. Remember the Nissan postgame show coming up after the game. Epic sale offers going fast at the Nissan Grill of Summer event. The payoff pitch coming. Here it is. And a line drive over the leaping Hamilton into left center field, a base hit. Hamilton playing just to the left side is second.
Confirmation from the Yankees that Rizzo leaves with a lower right arm injury. He's going to be seen by their team doctor and get further evaluation in New York.
He seemed to be smiling as he left the field. 1 on, 1 out. Gleyber Torres had the huge strikeout, that first out in that 7th inning. He takes a strike. One on, 1 out, 9th inning, 9-3 Red Sox. The pitch, swinging a ground ball weakly to the charging shortstop. Hamilton has it, fires to Valdez. They get the force. Nice play as he had the charge and throw across his body with a sidearm toss. 6-4 on the force. 2 men out. And here is Trevino, who struck out, homered, and struck out. I'm sure he'd trade the home run for a few fewer stolen bases.
No kidding. It's not quite a full Matt Leakroy, but not a good night for him.
I mean, his throws are pretty bad. One went into center field, but Stroman's so slow to the plate. The pitch is taken high, ball 1.
2 he couldn't get out of his glove.
Very, very slow. Runner takes off. No throw, defensive indifference. As Torres goes down to second base. Yankee hitters have fanned 14 times. And the pitch knocks him down.
That hit the bat?
It's on the ground. Did it hit the bat or hit
bat?
Behind him it did. So it's a strike. Lysett threw a big sweeper. Didn't really do much. And he went to duck out of the way, and it hit the bat around the handle, and he backed up and fell down right on his back. So it's 1-2. Lysett ready. Here's the pitch. Low and away. Putting the finishing touches on this one. Well, this offense has really taken off. 8 runs last night, 9 tonight. The pitch. There's a strike, and the ball game is over. Fastball down the middle. The Red Sox win it. They beat the Yankees 2 out of 3 and go 4-2 against the teams with the 2 best records in baseball, the Phillies and the Yankees. The Red Sox are 2 over 500 at 37-35, proving they can beat the teams over 500. Very effective in this homestand. Red Sox win it 9-3. We'll have